ये कैमरा में आ नहीं रहा ना, पैर वो थोड़ा और
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to iQuanta's YouTube channel and also Facebook Live. So today I'm going to explain you what are we going to do in the last batch for CAT 2024. Before going further, I would like to tell you the agenda of this session. The first will be I'll be inviting all the faculty members who will teach you throughout the year, and after that we'll be going to iQuanta features, the results, and all the other aspects. So as you can see, these are faculty members starting from myself, as you can see there. After that, Kamal sir, who has been scoring more than 99 percentile for last several years. He's a QA LRD expert. Mr. Prashant Chadha, 8 times CAT VRC 99 percentiler. Indrajit Singh, the CEO, he is commonly called as Wizard of Quant because he is great in that. Mr. Kaushal Jha, he's from IIT Delhi and I am Calcutta, and he has scored 99.97 percentile. Mr. Vikrant Kathuria, and he has scored the the record here is that he has scored 100% in VARC. Like you can see a lot of people who have scored 100 percentile, but 100 percentage is something which is unachievable for a lot of people. He has done that. He'll be guiding you throughout the year for VARC. Then Mr. Rajkumar Jha, he's 6 times CAT 100 percentiler and also 100 percentage in 2 years. So I'll call them one by one. The first thing which we'll be doing is we'll be giving you overview of the sections, starting with VARC, then QA and LRDI. So for VARC, I'll be inviting Vikrant sir here so that he will be guiding you what all the aspects of VARC, the number of questions, how to prepare for that, and all the things that are required, the prerequisite and also the modus operandi. So Vikrant sir, please guide the students.
Hi there, good evening everyone. So, what's up? So, please make sure that you drop your questions, comments in the chat, whether you are on Facebook or YouTube, and particularly those of you who are on our YouTube channel, welcome to the channel. In case you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and do press the bell icon. And I will keep it short, I'll keep it simple. Now that I am here, I think my time is best utilized if I go ahead and talk about your specific VARC concerns, right? So a lot of people, in fact, at this juncture come to me and very frequently ask us, sir, just 6 months. I mean, right now we have 162 days to the CAT, hopefully. If the calculations stay consistent going by the previous year pattern. So the first question that I get very often is, can we get a great score if we start today? And I assure you that even if you start from the scratch, a great score is possible. In fact, I remember my time when I prepared for the CAT, my batch started on the 16th of June that year. And I remember that date. And where are we today? So, in fact, if you were to join the batch that we are launching today, that we are starting today, you'd actually be starting a few days before I did. And I am sure that, and I went on to get a great score in VARC. I'm sure you can also go ahead and get a great score in VARC if you start today. And the second thing that people ask me is, what should I do in VARC in order to get a great score? So let us see. So when it comes to the CAT VARC section, we know that it is broadly divided across these two categories. We have 16 questions of RC and we have 8 questions of verbal ability, and I want you to be in the top 1% of the batch. Shubham, thank you. And I'm glad that you could make it. Now, in order to get that 99 percentile, how many of these questions do you need to get right? Going by the pattern, I mean, CAT 21 to 23 is the pattern that we expect CAT 24 to repeat. So, in all probability, you need to get 13 to 15 questions net correct in order to get that 99 percentile. Good evening, Happiness. Good evening, Prakhar. Prakhar, you are a non-engineer, not good in math. We definitely go ahead and tell you more about math as well. So please stay with us and we'd see. So how do we get these 13 to 15 questions right here is the goal. So what can you do for RC? And once again, I told you I'll keep it short, I'll keep it simple so that you get the maximum input in the least possible time. So for RCs, one of the key things that you need to do is that you need to start reading. Now read what? You can read long form articles and you can read books. So are books mandatory? Not really. But if there is a particular area from which a lot of passages are asked in the CAT, that area happens to have a lot of specialized vocabulary and it troubles you a lot, then maybe an introductory book can turn out to be more useful than perhaps reading articles. But otherwise, even long form articles will suffice. Now, when you say long form articles, the next question could then be, Acha, where should I read these long form articles from? Well, you can read articles from the New York Times, you can of course read Eon essays, you can read Smithsonian, Time magazine, The Economist, all that, right? So you'd find some other videos, some other shorts on the channel, in the Facebook group, they'd go ahead and tell you more. Now, the idea, and then the next question would be, okay, for how long should I go ahead and read this? So aim for 20 to 25 minutes of reading. Apart from this, start solving RC passages. Now, when you solve RC passages, you may end up making some mistakes. You may end up getting some of the questions wrong. Now, had you met me in, say, January, I would have right then, and in the very first session, I would have told you to engage in some special activities. Now that we are meeting with when we have 162 days, I would not like to give you something which is generic. I would not like to put you in a position where any moment of your gets wasted. So what do? Look at the mistakes that you make. Every error will tell you what you need to do. So the moment you notice a pattern or a trend in your mistakes, the moment you see a particular question type getting wrong more often, then you can roll out that question specific strategy. So before you turn up for the class, start doing it so that in the classes you can come back and tell me that this is the area that I've been struggling more with, or this is the question type that I have bigger issues with. Okay, so that is where you start. And then when it comes to the verbal ability side of things, at the end of the day, all the questions that we get asked here in the CAT exam, they are essentially paragraph based questions. So in the last few years, there are 4 question types that have been asked in the exam: parajumbles, paragraph odd sentence out, paragraph summary, and paragraph completion. So all of them are paragraph based. If possible, start writing for 5 minutes every day. The real reason why we have a lot of paragraph based questions is to check how good you are going to be when it comes to writing. So build that up. Additionally, start with the summary questions. After that, you can move over to parajumbles and then to odd sentence out and then to para completion. So you won't have to do a lot, Just go ahead, solve some of these question types, and you'd know whether you are comfortable or uncomfortable. In case you are uncomfortable, you can always get back to us and we'll fix these things in our classes. And in those classes, we take care of everything. Okay, so when I say everything, there are these sessions where concepts happen, and once you have gone through those concepts, there are sessions that are application based, where you spend time with the respective faculty member learning to solve those questions. And I am going to take you through each one of the RC question types, each one of the paragraph based question types in this last batch, with a solitary goal to lead you towards that top 1%. So apart from these two things, I will add one more thing to your to-do list, and that is vocabulary. So do devote 15 to 20 minutes to vocabulary every day, because it will indirectly help you perform better at reading comprehension as well as the paragraphs. Yash Saxena says, sir jaldi jaldi boliye yaar, tu 2x पे करके देख लेना भाई. Huh. What do we need to write? Janvi, what I will do is that I'll start sharing some writing prompts on our Facebook group. So make sure that you join that CAT Preparation iQuanta Facebook group, and then we can pick up things from there. Okay, so these are the three things that you need to start doing right now in order to benefit. In case you need you think you need more inputs, in case you think you need to work with a faculty member closely, do join me in the batch that is rolling out today. And that batch actually has some very foundational lectures. For example, there is somebody who's saying he is weak at quant, so we have an entire module called quant for non-engineers, right? So non-engineers QA, so foundation. Similarly, we have a separate segment called engineers VARC. If you are somebody who's not that comfortable with VARC, you can start watching those videos from today itself after enrolling. So I'm sure that will also go ahead and help you. Yash says, what is the difference between inference and assumption? Okay, so this is the last question that I'm taking. So you notice whenever we arrive at a conclusion, we arrive at it on the basis of some reasons. So some reasons lead to a conclusion. Now when we talk to each other, there are times when we leave our reasons unstated. You know, reasons can be stated or unstated. So when the reason is unstated, we call that an assumption. And similarly, there are times when it comes to a conclusion. Once again, they can be stated or unstated. When the conclusion is left unstated, it is called an implication. Okay? So when you are asked to figure out the implication, when you are asked to figure out the unstated conclusion, then that process is known as the process of inferring. So in a way, you are being asked to pick up the unstated conclusion. So I hope that helps. Good sources for building vocabulary. You can start with Word Power Made Easy. You can pick up Barron's GRE word list. You can look at this book published by Princeton called Word Smart. So there are quite a few options that you can perhaps check. Okay, but the idea is to go ahead and familiarize ourselves with high frequency words. Abbas, you are from batch 1. Oh, I am meeting you in another 4 minutes in the batch where we will go ahead and work on inferences. So I have my class with the batch 1 where we are revisiting inference based questions for those who were still not at the top of the game. So Abbas, let's meet there and then we can take it up. So I will move out. I will pass the baton once again to ALP sir, who will tell you a little more about the course. And in case you want to know anything about Quant DILR, feel more than free to do it with ALP sir. So handing it back to ALP sir very soon.
All right. Thanks, Vikrant sir, for guiding the students. So Vikrant sir was my senior, I think when I started my career, he was the one from whom we basically discussed a lot about GDPI, etc. So I'm really very happy to work with him. By the way, so now the second thing, the agenda of this session is how iQuanta is going to help you in preparation, because only 5 months are left. 168 days are left actually. And in these 168 days, what has to be done and how iQuanta will be helping you out. What is the requirement, expectations of the mentors and also the students. So we have gone through a lot of things, a lot of feedback and a lot of experience, and we have added new things in our pedagogy. So starting with the first thing first, like as you can see, there's a comparison chart of comparison. We have two kinds of courses. One is full course, that is full course pro, and then the other coachings. So as you can see here, a lot of ticks are there. And the last three things, this is I'm ABC batch, where we have 7,500 questions, and I'm ABC practice sessions, and 12 sets of CAT 23 level books. So these three things does not come in the full course, but in full course pro, all these things are there. I'll explain all the headings one by one, going further.
Me also, like, you know who I am. Abbas is my name. So yes, so one thing I just want to add here, like LP sir is doing his job obviously, and he's explaining you everything. So I can see like we are together. But one thing I say, like yet you have time. You have around 5.5 months. But remember one thing: if you're not doing it right now, you won't able to get into top IIMs also, right? So please do join us. Do join us with our excellent faculty. You have seen everyone, and so that's what I'm willing to say. Please join us. And one thing I will say: either you are preparing or you are not preparing. If you are preparing with iQuanta. Otherwise, there is no preparation. So yes, I'm again giving back to LP sir. So see you guys.
Thanks, Abbas sir, for being here. Okay, so we are like the entire culture at iQuanta is like friends, and I hope you guys get it, right? Okay, so now let us go to the timeline. What happens after you enroll to the course? The first thing is 100 plus CAT quant conceptual videos in dashboard. So there are the quant section of quant is huge, isn't it? And it has got the course, the syllabus is very huge, I would say. It starts from arithmetic, then to algebra, geometry, mensuration, permutations, combinations, and also some miscellaneous topics like numbers. So there's a high need of having conceptual videos for all those topics, for those concepts. That is something which is self-paced. You can watch it anytime you want to, just to clear or grab the concepts which you have probably forgotten. Then second is non-engineering conceptual videos and engineers VRs. You know what do we mean by that? I'll explain this in detail in the upcoming slides, but this was made, so this nomenclature, the terms that we have used, non-engineering and engineering, it is basically because somehow it is believed that engineers are great in mathematical sections like Quant LRDI, but somehow in VARs, sometimes in some cases, they do not clear the cutoff. So that is why the name is there, engineers VRC, and non-engineering quants, again the same logic, because the people who have not studied mathematics from last 5 to 6 years, they must have forgotten. So non-engineering VRC is all about the NCERT syllabus, quick recap of all the NCERT books from 6th to 10th standard. All right. Then comes the third one, which will be IIM ABC module, in which we have 1250 plus quant questions, 250 RC sets. When we say RC sets, that means one set has 4 to 5 questions, depending on the genre, depending on the type, depending on the year of reference. So it will be having 4 to 5 questions in each set, and same with 250 LRDA sets from IIM ABC module. All right. Phase 1. So the preparation is in different phases. If we talked about phase 1, what happens after you enroll? Dual pedagogy. Dual is anything which is dual. That means there are two things over there. Pedagogy is the method of study, method of learning, method of teaching. So we have two things, that is live class and application class. What happens over there? Live class, as the name suggests, the teachers come in front of you and they teach you concepts and the relevant questions. The questions can be basic, it can be moderate, it can be difficult, depending on whatever is required for the proper learning. And application class is like a quick revision of live classes, in which all the things, all the concepts are driven by recorded videos, and the questions are driven by the comments, Facebook comments, in which all the people who are the enrolled students of iQuanta, they attend this session, and it is a kind of healthy competition going on. This happens in the night, 10 p.m. to 12 midnight, and we have chosen this time for two reasons basically. One is that all the people, be they the students of any college or the working professionals, both would be free at this time, point number one. Point number two, that if you attend the live sessions and practicing the concepts is something which has to be done by people themselves. They have to be motivated. Normally, people are not that motivated somehow. So we have made it a part of the curriculum itself that they will be studying for those 2 hours in the application class. So that is, I would say, in a way, this and this basically covers up 80% of things that you have to do. And non-engineering video, as I told you earlier also, that is for people who have not studied mathematics for last 5 or 6 years. Okay, 24/7 doubt solving will be available. When we say 24/7, it actually means 24/7 because we have a pool of faculty members, pool of doubt solving faculty members across India, pan-India, and they are the ones who are awake at all the time. Not everyone, they are shifts actually. And these guys solve your doubts. You just have to take the screenshot of any doubt that you have, put it on the Facebook group, and you'll get the solution automatically. Syllabus will get covered in 4 to 5 months. That is by this is not June. 4 to 5 months is normal, but in the last 5 months, we do it in 3 months. Coming to phase 2, which is CAT mocks. So why do we call it phase 2? The reason is very simple. CAT mocks must be done only after you have finished at least 70% of the syllabus, and the moment you do it, we have planned the curriculum in such a way that the moment this thing is complete, the CAT mocks get unlocked and you start solving the mocks. So the 20 full-length CAT mocks and 60 sectionals. When I say sectionals, this means 20 each for Quant, LRDI, and VRC. And so in a way, you are actually solving 40 CAT mocks in total. All right. Second is IMABC practice batch. So this has got 2 different parts. One is dynamic, other is static. In the dynamic thing, every day you will get 12 quant questions, 3 RC sets, and 3 LRDI sets till September, and rest everything which is remaining will be static, which will be there on the dashboard. You can do it whenever you want to. Overall, there are 7,500 CAT level questions. So this thing will start from June and until September. That is phase 2. Coming to phase 3, that is from September to CAT exam. CAT crash course. This crash course is a flagship program of iQuanta, and the people who are fully enrolled with us, they get it free of cost. So in this, what happens, this is majorly CAT relevant application classes. So here the class will be in form of live only, teacher will be coming in front of you, and the kind of questions that they will be doing, they'll be solving, would be totally CAT relevant. We won't be dealing with much concepts over there. We'll be dealing with concepts through questions, and the questions will be very much comparable to CAT, real CAT exam. Second is crack CAT after finishing CATs within 4 phases. 4 phases, right? 4 phases, 3 I have talked about, and non-engineering and engineers, non-engineering QA and engineers VRC, then conceptual classes, application classes, and mocks. So this is how you finish syllabus 4 times. In non-engineering QA or engineers VRC, it's majorly about fundamental building. Conceptual class is basically live class in which teachers will be in front of you. You can talk to them through Facebook comments, of course. And application is all about the revision of what we have done here, and mocks are, of course, a kind of a mirror to your actual preparation. We'll be discussing more about these things in the upcoming slides. Okay, mocks. So as you can see, iKit 1.0, this is free to all. You can just go to the website and solve it and get a clear details about what you have done. So there are 21 full mocks. First is free and 20 are paid. Mocks are really important. I'll tell you why. So when you solve the mocks, basically you get tested yourself, and you get to know whether your preparation is proper or you don't want to do something more. By the way, we have incorporated artificial intelligence in our mock analysis. Now, what does that mean? I'll explain that to you. The artificial intelligence. Normally when you go to any mock, you just click on the mock and you can solve it. But here you'll set your goal according to B school. So basically write your name, phone number, all the details, your class 12th result, class 10th result, your category, gender, everything, you know, and salary also, it is optional. You know why we do that? Because if you have seen or if you know about the selection procedure of any B school, then they take these things into consideration. Your gender, your stream of graduation, you know, and your class 10th and class 12 scores as well, and your category. So depending on that, the AI processes it and tells you that what can you get. Okay. So here, your B schools will be listed, the average package, highest package, etc. So once you have done that, you can start solving the mocks. The UI that we use is similar to what CAD actually is. And if you look at the legends, so answered, the legends. When you answer something, it becomes green. Not answered becomes red. And if you want to review something, you mark it with purple and you can come back to it, and white is not visited. So there are sections. These sections are there. Timing is 2 hours. Okay. And the tools that are given to you is full screen option. You can go full screen by clicking on this button, and calculator is there, on-screen calculator. This is not scientific calculator. I hope you know it. Like you cannot calculate the value of sine theta, right? Or you cannot go to the exponents. But basic addition, division, multiplication, that is what is required in CAD, which will be there. And there will be timer. As you can see, time left, how much time is left, so that you manage your time efficiently. Mock analysis. So there is mock platform features. Now coming to mock analysis features. The analysis, this is how you get, this is the dash, the main screen. You get the percentile. So as I told you earlier, that you will actually, when you click at the mock and fill your details, you will set your target percentile, your target score. And based on that, your target, let's say someone filled 90 percentile as a target, he got 23. Result is 23.5. And how much is still left? All India rank, you'll get like this. Then you'll get the negative marks, the positive marks, all those things will be there. Verbal ability, LRDI, quants, time spent on questions. See, so you can go overall, section-wise, topic-wise, difficulty-wise. Like which question did you solve correctly, which one did you solve wrong, and how much time did you take, and how many people solved it correctly, and how many did not. So basically, this will give you a clear idea about how you are performing. And even if you don't get the idea yourself, the AI will generate a report for you. Okay, see, it can be in form of tables, form of bar graphs, form of pie chart, which is an LRDI. I think you know, you understand this. And after that, once you have, so I'll tell you about my experience when I was preparing for CAT myself. I did a mock and then how I analyzed it. So I looked at all the solutions. If I went wrong, I would look at the solutions. And if I was right, still I would look at the solutions. The reason was simple, because probably there can be something which, even if I go right, there can be something which is quicker, isn't it? Tell me in the comments, if you get a quicker method, then what you do, then it will be beneficial for you. Here, while analyzing what we have incorporated, that you will revisit everything that you have done. So like someone has solved this. Okay, there's an example, people have solved this, and question 1, okay, you marked this, but it was wrong, right was this, green one. So here you will click on the report. Did not understand the concept. I understood but failed to apply. I misread the question, I ran out of time, made a silly mistake, fell for the trap answer, guessed the answer. These are different parameters in which we can go wrong or right. Understood? Understood? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 parameters are there through which people can go wrong or can go right. So you keep on clicking on this question by question, and an entire report is generated in front of you. And now you know that what you have to do, which section you have to go on, and which subsection, subtopic, or what kind of or what type of question you have to focus on. Is that clear, everyone? Tell me in the comments. Well, the trackers. So there are this goal tracker. So this chart, the different kind of interpretation, different kind of data representations. Here, if you see this chart is a triangular diagram in which your percentile is there, goal percentile, topper percentile. The top vertex of this triangle is quant. Here we have VRC, here we have LRDI. Let's say you don't understand this. Okay, then you can select your map in base of percentile score. You can also go for the bar charts and the Venn diagrams also, the pie charts also. Okay, so based on what you have done, they'll be telling you what B schools can you crack. I am Indore, missed. I am Roorkee, cracked. This is how you will get it. And where you went wrong, in quant, your geometry is weak, performing well in LRDI, but you need to take care of these things. In VRC, parajumbles are where you getting jumbled. So there are arrows, you click on the arrows, and an entire list will be opened. And based on that, you can actually analyze your performance. Error tracker. So this is a kind of when you click everything, like 27.27% didn't know the concept based on your performance. 36.36%, you ran out of time. You didn't read. Question was, okay, so these will be the things, and based on this error tracker, the question summary will be given to you. Difficulty level, time you took, average time all the people took. So tell me something, don't you think that this is the most appropriate, most detailed, most comprehensive and precise mock analysis information? Yes or no? I want to interact with you. Tell me in the comments. Nothing is left over there. So this took us, I would say, months of brainstorming that what should be applied and what should be incorporated when we took the help of artificial intelligence. Like, if you understand it, there's machine learning going on. So the the machine actually takes up all the data, and depending on that, it sets up the. So when it made that, we tested the machine with n number of variables, and then it is now approximately almost correct. Okay. Other features in mocks itself. We analyze across all the mocks. This is iCat 1.0, 2.0. This is a line graph, how you improved or you declined. So this will be there. Based on iCat 8.0, you are here, and there are more left. Number of questions in arithmetic, how many questions were there, etc. And you can just click, you can go to all, or you can go on section wise or mock wise. Score versus percentile and mock comparison. So like you had, let's say, 89th percentile, 92 and 99. So what were the scores? You can actually understand that. All right. Now, coming to the next thing, the hard copy. So you're thinking of that what if the students, they only get the soft copy, they only get the things which are on the, you can see only on mobile or on devices, electronic devices. We thought somehow the feel of paper is missing, isn't it? So we started developing entire books. We call them iBooks. So we have Quant, VRC and LRDI books. In Quant, we have 5 sets of materials in which there are approximately 2,350 questions. In VRC, there are 3 sets in which we have 240 RC sets, 200 VA. In LRDI, we have 4 sets of materials in which 440 LRDI sets are there. Overall, we have 1760 questions. These are the books over here. Hardcore material will be delivered to you, your doorstep. You just have to order that, fill in the information, addresses, and you'll be getting it. All right. Now, let us look at the iQuanta course features. The first and the foremost, the most important feature, which even I like, had I been a student, I would have liked this a lot. That is 24/7 doubt solving. So, for fashionably, we always kind of mention this. Time it takes for light to reach the Earth from Sun is approximately 8 minutes, and we try to solve it within that time. As you can see here, someone asked the question for 45 minutes prior and got the solutions 40 minutes prior. So it took 5 minutes only. So we have kind of somehow made this culture, somehow achieved that, and proud of it, that we can solve the doubt of students. Normally what happened when I was preparing for my CAT, in that case, I had to book the time of faculty members कि अब ये खाली होंगे तो मैं इनसे पूछ पाऊंगा. But here it's not like that. You just put this screenshot and you'll get the solution. Second is iQuanta dual pedagogy, which we have talked about already. Application in live, the CAT content relevancy, the testimonials. So the questions that we are doing in the be it live class, application class, dashboard assignments, hard copy, very much similar kind of questions have come. Sometimes direct data questions also come. All right. Then peer-to-peer learning. So 21st century. In 21st century, humans are away from each other, and they somehow miss the touch, miss the feel of any other human which was there earlier. So we have created a community, a huge community, the largest community of CAT and MBA aspirants, and this kind of community will be helpful for peer-to-peer learning, which means the other MBA aspirants from across India, the B School alumni, the faculty members, the mentors, the experienced professionals, all of them are there and will be guiding you in case you require any guidance. Fifth is iQuanta's result. If you look at toppers review, people have scored above 99 percentile. A lot of them are there. 200 plus 99 percentiles this year from a single institute, and 750 plus 95 percentilers. All right. Overall CAT result, if we talk about, it was 750 plus who got 19% overall. And this year, it's 200 plus. So we are rising exponentially, isn't it? Yeah. Yes, Aman, of course. And overall, 97 percentile, 450 plus. So you can see the result yourself. The thing is, the rise is exponential. Overall, 750, and in last year itself, it's 200. Cool. So, CAT toppers who started now with iQuanta last batch, Karal Maheshwari, he got 99.03 percentile in just 5 months. A lot of people think that is it possible to score above 99% and get a dream B school if you start just 5 months prior? Of course, it is possible. A lot of people like that. Look at them. Adarsh Khandelwal, Geeta Sai, Vaibhav, so they have scored above 99 percentile and they have got, the scorecard is also there. And they have actually, got their dream B school. All right. Now, let us summarize things that I have done, that I have told you already. Starting with, you enroll for the course, you get non-engineer conceptual videos, live classes happen, then it goes to application class. After application class, you can solve the dashboard assignments. This is self-paced, like you can do it on your own. Practice sessions, they'll be done by the faculty members. Practice sessions, there are two types. One is 50 CAT level questions from dashboard at CAT 23 level marathon. Okay, so blue is self-driven and green is mentor-driven. Look at the legend, 24% doubt solving day and night within 15 to 30 minutes. Okay, so and there's one thing which we have done this year. It's a new add-on. So every year we try to add up something. This year, we have added engineers VARC conceptual videos for those who are extremely weak in VARC. This is being done by Vikrant sir, Prashant sir, and myself. Non-engineers conceptual videos for quants is being done by Kamal sir, and CAT to 23 level marathon after each topic. There will be marathons. It will be 3 to 4 hours. Topic-wise mocks after each class on AI-based platform. 50 questions on each topic as study material. CAT mocks will be revamped as per 23 level, which have been done already. And CAT 24 batch starting from weekend. So all you have to do is enroll now and be a part of this beautiful journey called CAT preparation. So now is the time for questionnaire. If in case you have any questions, I would like you to invite and ask the questions in the comments itself. I'll be there to answer. I'd also like to invite Raj sir, the quant faculty. He has joined us recently. He has experience of 24 years and he is too good. Trust me on that. I'd like to invite him as well. Type the questions. So if you have any questions regarding quant or LRDI, Raj sir is here and he'll be guiding you throughout. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Is it, am I audible? Yeah. Hello. Yeah, you can ask any question related to quant. But before that, I'll also share a few thoughts that I have. Yeah. What happened? Wait a second. Yes, you can ask your questions if you have. I need to come closer to this. Okay, you can ask or you can keep messaging. I'll just, in quant and one second. I'll just spend a few minutes on Quant and DILR. As per the time available, the time that we have is around 5 months. One very simple logic that can be is follow the more important things. Now, what are the more important things? The basis to decide the more important things will be the past year papers, as simple as that. Past year papers of CAT. If you analyze the last 5-year papers, the number of questions, on the basis of the number of the questions, the chapters which have more priority are from arithmetics. Now, arithmetics has multiple topics like percentage, profit loss, simple interest, compound interest, time, speed, distance, time and work. You know, if you just do this properly, you can target at least 8 to 10 questions. Then numbers, algebra, geometry, and then permutation, combination, probability. Now, the reason that I have mentioned this priority list, a lot of people who are yet to start their preparation or who think that it is a little late to prepare for CAT, for them this might be a little helpful because some people are not very comfortable with geometry or permutation, combination, probability. By preparing at least these 3 sections, you can target 15 to 16 questions. Right? This is a huge number. If you do, let's say 80% accuracy, if you get 80% accuracy, 15, 16 questions, still you can score above 95 or around 95 percentile. Now, to score 99 percentile, you also need to do geometry and permutation, combination, at least the basics of it. One more important thing, every chapter in Quant can be divided into 3 segments: basics, medium level questions, and difficult questions. Okay? The simplest possible strategy would be basics of all chapters. This has to be done without exception. In the exam, it is not announced beforehand that which chapter will contribute easy questions, which chapter will contribute difficult questions. So you have to be comfortable with the basic concepts of all chapters. Medium level, at least half of the chapters. Okay? And difficult level for, let's say, 1/4 of the chapters. If you follow this religiously, divide your time accordingly and work upon them question by question, chapter by chapter, topic by topic, there's a very high chance that you can make it to 99 percentile. Okay? This is one thing about Quant. There's another thing that I want to share about DILR, but I'll wait for a minute and I'll wait for any questions if you have. मेरी आंखें थोड़ी कमज़ोर हैं, just hold on. It's too good. Okay, where will live classes take place? Live classes will take place online. Will the course be helpful even if the basics aren't clear? Nakshatra, that's what I explained a little bit here, right? In the classes, the basics will be discussed, right? Then the application class and so on, wherein the questions will come according to the difficulty level. So you are not exposed to the difficult questions directly, right, Nakshatra? And others also. A lot of people may feel this way. So no problem with that. Basic classes, you do the concepts, do the very basic questions for the purpose of learning of the topic. Then after that, in application classes, you get a slightly higher difficulty level questions. Then marathon, you have further higher level questions, right? See, you have to go stepwise. To score a century, you need to score the first run. Okay, you don't score 90th run in the beginning itself, right? So it has to be stepwise. It has to be one by one. I'll just spend a couple of minutes on DILR also. Hold on for a moment. How do I erase it? Yeah. In DILR, there is one very big trouble that I have seen almost everybody faces, and that is there's a lot of randomness in preparation. There's a lot of randomness in solving as well as preparation also. There are well-defined areas or the topics. Mostly it is not covered in material of coaching institutes and other places. You need to know what exactly are the topics. Okay, so there are tables, graphs, pie chart, there are puzzles. You know, graphs is one area. Then graphs is further divided into 4 or 5 different areas. Focus on each one of them one by one. Don't hurry up. Okay. Then after graphs, then you have logical reasoning, LR, puzzles, and decision making. This is another thing. Decision making is actually useful in almost all questions of DILR. It's not only for that exam. It's about, yeah. Okay. It's about almost every area of LR and DI. I mean, ultimately you are making decisions only, right? Now, what I mean by saying randomness, I'll give you one very simple example. If there is a question of, let's say, within this LR puzzles, there's an area called arrangement. There's another area that is called grid. I'll give an example of arrangement and grid combined. There are 5 people who stay in 5 different cities and they wear 5 different colors shirt. This is an example that most of you would have seen, if not cat and somewhere else also. And there are certain information given that one person from Delhi wears pink shirt. The one who is from Lucknow does not wear black shirt. This kind of information is there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, such information is there. What generally happens is that people read the instructions, read the information, they read one information and they just start delving into it or analyzing the first information. That is absolutely wrong. What is the first step? First step is to read all the statements without doing anything. Read all the statements without doing anything, then identify the most certain or the most definite information. That information that gives you a starting point. And that will be the one that has some definite information. Right, so this is just one basic point and then you start building upon that. Okay, so this is one area that obviously this needs a lot of work by almost everyone. Okay. Yeah, I asked a few minutes ago, thank you, clearing out. Okay. Like which chapters of basics, which of medium, basics of all chapters, okay. Medium level for those chapters in which you are a little comfortable, right? And I would say arithmetic, numbers and algebra. Difficult, generally algebra, geometry and permutation combination. Okay. What should be the strategy to score 99 percentile in 4 months? Okay, this is a very interesting question. I would love to answer. See, one thing is very clear that there has to be a consistent effort, consistent learning, right? Small targets every day. I'll give you a number also, don't worry about it. I'll give you a number. Small targets every day. What do I mean by small targets every day? In general, in my opinion, if I take 3 minutes for a question, right? I'm talking about quantitative ability. If I take 3 minutes for a question, then in a particular day, starting from now, every day I have to do minimum 15 questions, okay? And take it up to 25 questions. If you literally do the calculation, by the end of the next 4 months, you would have done a huge number of questions. Even if I take just 4 months, that is 120 into 15, is almost 1800 questions. And not any random question, okay? The questions that are identified as, past year questions and based on them. Even if you do that, there's a very high chance of getting 99 plus percentile. Okay? This is for QA. If you want to know for DILR, one ground rule that I can say here is 2 sets minimum every day. When I say every day, it means literally every day. There is no bank holiday, there is no Diwali or Holi in this. Unless you do that, see, one thing is very clear, that if there is something that is very big, the outcome is very big, so the effort also has to be really beautiful. है ना? It can't be just chalte firte nahi hoga. That is one thing. But yeah, obviously you need to understand that if you do 2 sets every day, by the end of 120 days, you would have done 240 sets. This is a huge number. इतने तो होते भी नहीं, मिलेंगे भी नहीं, या कम मिलेंगे. When I say 240 sets, this 240 sets again, previous year questions and based on them. If you are able to do them, even that much should be really good enough. Okay? Have I answered your question, Janvi? See, now one more thing that is very important to understand. If you really wish to do something, you'll find ways to do it in small parts. Okay? But if you don't wish to do something, you will find reasons not to do it. You have to decide what exactly are you looking forward to. है ना? हमें जब कुछ करना होता है तो हम उसको करने के रास्ते ढूंढते हैं, नहीं करना होता है तो बहाने ढूंढते हैं. ठीक है? चलो, I think I have done in whatever small time I could share. I have done that. I'll take up any questions if you have. There is no cooked strategy, right? कि ऐसे plate में परोस के दिया, we just eat it and we score 99 or 100%. That doesn't happen. But yes, there is a proven methodology that you follow in terms of learning and solving questions. That's the very basic rule that has been there in the world, in the existence, in the universe. So just follow that. Okay, any other question? Anyone has any other question that you want to know? About the course and everything, the details have been already given by LP sir. And yeah, so I suppose we are done with this. I'll wait for one more minute. If you have any question, you can ask me now. Yeah, I have called LP sir also. So if you have any question, you can ask. How to maintain consistency? Prapti, I think I have answered that. The maintaining consistency is more about the attitude thing, or the willingness or the wish that I just shared. If I want, if I'm from a background wherein I earn 10,000 rupees per month and I dream of a BMW car, there's nothing wrong with that. But BMW car is very costly, right? So 10,000 to 1 crore, is it a very simple calculation? No. So the effort required will be in that sense. Now, what happens is practically we go to college or we go to office, how to manage time. Time has to be managed out of your sleep hours or the other time that you spend in with friends or in mobile phone. That's the only thing that, those are the things that we need to look at. Consistency is more related to the basic motivation of doing well in life. है ना, उससे ज़्यादा उसमें कुछ, और वो motivation has to come from inside. How badly you want to do it. ठीक है? Just leaving the other things aside, however serious it is, unless somebody is losing life. किसी की जान जा रही हो, वो वाला situation छोड़ के, leave everything else, just sit down, do 15 questions minimum of this, do 2 sets of DILR of this. How difficult is that? And then slowly keep increasing, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 15 to 20, 20 to 25. है ना? If very weak in QA, then how to go about it? Falguni, start from very basic chapter. The first chapter would be percentage, profit loss, simple interest, compound interest. That is one complete area. After that, go to numbers, do the basics of numbers, then come back to time, speed, distance, time and work, then go to algebra, then geometry, then permutation combination. Follow that order. That is the most beautiful way of doing it. Yes, you have a question, board serious. You can go ahead with your question, ask. 10th 72%. I'll take up that question in a moment. Very weak. Falguni, I hope I've answered your question, bache. How to get 100% marks in CAT DILR? KC, by studying, as simple as that. ज़्यादा उसमें और दिमाग मत लगाओ. ठीक है? Just study. Are you studying 100% of the time that you have in your life? ठीक है? If you are not, then this question is not valid. That is more practical answer. But as far as, when you're spending that much time, then how to get 100 percentile? What I'll do is I'll just increase the number of quality questions from 25 to 30 and from 2 sets to 3 sets or 4 sets every day. That has to be the average. Usko utna hi simple rakho. When the task becomes really big, the solution lies in the simplest processes. Always remember that. Okay? Marks wale question I'll take in a moment. Abhishek sir will answer. ठीक है? बाकी ये 987 profile, sources for articles. Yeah. और कुछ है? Have I answered that, Casey? I hope I have answered your question. Yes, I'll answer the questions related to marks. ठीक है? But उससे पहले academics की बात कर लो. Academics में, if anyone facing any trouble, low acads, OBC, arts background, gap year. New baby, I am possible. For me, if you're asking from on the basis of the exact actual happenings over the last 5-6 years that I have seen, yes. Low acads, yes. OBC, yes. Arts background, yes. Okay? Last year we had a girl who is from arts background, 100 percentile. Right? Last year, a couple of students, not 100 percentile, but made it to IIM Bangalore and Lucknow. Okay? So that is, new baby is definitely possible. See what happens if you are not good with quant, you try to manage a basic fundamental score in quant and try to do well in the other areas, that is LR or VRC. If you are able to score great in one section and a little manageable in the other sections, the chances of getting into maybe the newer IIMs increases very, very well. Okay? New BBI possible, yes. Professional yapper, I hope I have answered your question. Yeah, now related to the profile, Abhishek sir, I think there are a couple of questions on profile, that is 75% grad, 75% B pharmacy.
Yeah, I read that.
Bot serious, we are going to answer your question. And anything is related to the profile thing, you can ask further now. Yeah,
Thank you.
over to you sir.
Thanks.
Thank you so much, thank you children, you can connect to me. We're on Facebook, iQuanta group. And if you have any question, you can tag us. Thank you, bye.
Hi, bot serious. I just saw your query. So basically, you have scored 72, 75, 75. That's I would say, the huge score. And the contribution of academics is like 5 marks in totality. So let's say you have overall the 100 marks are there for the final B school selection. 5 marks are for the academics. You will be scoring 4.5 based on what you have scored till now. Okay, so 4.5 is already huge. There's no problem in that. And for B pharmacy, because see, the non-engineers get an extra advantage from ranging from 2 to 3 marks. That will be getting again your advantage. And if you are a girl, you'll get 3 marks extra. If you're not, then doesn't matter. So overall, 25 to 35% goes to your CAT score, talking about the IIMs only, top B schools, and 40 to 50% goes to your PI VAT score, and the remaining goes to academics, work experience, gender diversity, academic diversity. So having said that, out of 20, you already have 12 marks, around 12 marks. The remaining 80 you can do by doing good in CAT and doing good in PI and VAT. So you're eligible, and I would say you have got a very good profile. Okay, Vaibhav Mane, depends on the category. Like if a general category, for my cozy code, I have seen people getting to 98 percentile, and also you're an engineer, non-engineer. So I will just give you one simple universal answer. The non-engineers get extra marks, females get extra marks, okay, and the category gets extra marks. So, but having said that, universally acceptable answer for IIM cozy code will be above 98 percentile. Lower cats, OBC, odd background, lower cats, if you have more than 50% throughout, you are eligible to for everything. 868, 22 months of work experience in IT, can I get all IIM? Of course you can get. 868 is really good. It's not a problem. 868, perfect. You just have to score close to 98 percentile. More than that, and you'll be getting the IIMs. All right. And the people who are weak Faguni or weak in QA, how to go about it? I told you there is non-engineers module that we have made for the people who are weak in QA, especially for those people. There's no problem. If you're weak in QA, you will be getting access to non-engineers QA, and if weak in language, you'll be getting access to engineers VARC. All right. B form with OBC, gap year, going, what should be my CAT score? Okay. Above 95 percentile, I'll get a good B school for sure. I'm not good in GK, need to know what is going on in the world. Time is 5 months, let's say I'm not good. No problem there. Acidus Gaming YT, you don't have to prepare for GK because CAT doesn't ask GK first of all. In personal interview, they can ask some questions of GK. For that, you have extra 2 months after CAT is over. So we'll be training you for that as well. Right now, it's not even required. Anudeep Maram, 977 is a good profile, no problem in that. Yeah. बीकॉम ऑनर्स को कोई ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंस मिलती है क्या? बिल्कुल मिलती है. जो नॉन इंजीनियर्स हैं उनको इंपॉर्टेंस मिलेगी ही मिलेगी. It will minimum percentile for new IIM BBA background. It should be 90 percentile Atharva. 90%. Okay, so all the questions which relate to your profile and how to get into B schools, I think I will, okay, after the session, probably on Monday, I will have an AMA session, Ask Me Anything, where I'll be dealing with all the profile-based questions, all the B school-based questions. I think you'll be interested in that, right? So there'll be a lot of people, like 50 people who are here, and more people who can come here. So we'll be sharing the links. First of all, go and join the Facebook group of iQuanta, and from that we can add you in the WhatsApp groups, and I can tell you, share this AMA session time and date in which on which you can actually come to me, and you have to prepare your entire thing, your profile, your category, your gender and everything, and based on that it will be better answer, because it is a lot of variables are there. B school selection has got a lot of variables. Okay, the classes are going to start next week itself. The enrollments have started right now. Just meet. I'll meet you again on Monday in an AMA session. Ask me anything, and be prepared for with your questions. And so, having said that, so let's join hands together and let's make this relation beautiful and develop a culture of healthy competition and try to make those IIMs vying for your admission. Thank you. We'll meet again.